Well, good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. Excited to be with you. This is my favorite report of the day. Look, there was so much good news. I've been making videos left and right, but this is the best news, in my opinion, okay? So stick with me through this report. It involves the people serving time out in the D.C. prison and still have not even seen court, and with excessive bails and all that. You guys have heard me get into these things before. Do want to share quickly, mypillow.com, promo code Lumberjack will save you up to 66% right now. These pillows, it'll have even you studly lumberjack men carrying pillows with you wherever you go on vacation. It'll have you carrying them into the mountains with you, carrying them into the boundary waters as you canoe. And they're great. They really are. Get yourself some. And then the mattress topper, the 3-inch mattress topper right now is 30% off with 2 pillows thrown in for free. And the sheets are buy one, get one. I mean, they have just great products, okay? And then, of course, Freedom Hill Coffee, freedomhillcoffee.com. They have the Christmas blend over there right now. Try it. It's awesome. I'm not big on flavored coffees, but that stuff is great. So this, out of the conservative brief, I'm actually pulling from 2 reports here because this is actually a really big story and fairly involved. The federal judge orders January 6th defendant to be released from D.C. jail, okay? I'll put links to these articles in the description. A federal judge has ordered that a January 6th defendant diagnosed with cancer be released from a D.C. jail after an inspection from U.S. Marshals who found that the prisoners were living in deplorable conditions. Well, you know, since Hillary thought we were all deplorable, apparently they thought the deplorable conditions were okay. Well, anyways, U.S. District Judge Royce Lamberth said in a statement that the conditions in the jail were deplorable and beyond belief and ordered the immediate transfer of defendant Christopher Worrell to a different facility. Now, for those who don't know, we've talked about Christopher Worrell before on this show because he's cancer and he's not getting treatment and all of this. He stated that the court, check this out, the court, direct quote, the court has zero confidence that the D.C. jail would provide proper treatment and not retaliate against Worrell. I'm going to move to another report. I mentioned this briefly the other day, but out of DGHJ Media, deputy warden at D.C. Gulag, where pro-Trump political prisoners are violently beaten and abused, is exposed as toxic Trump hater. Her name is Kathleen Landerkin. So the deputy D.C. Gulag, where protesters are fed rancid meat and denied proper care, okay, and they have been beaten. I actually had a conversation with one of the prisoners yesterday, and he had, this will be interesting to you. It's shocking. I don't know the right words for this, but while he was in the hospital, another prisoner was brought in, and they had held him down and actually beaten his face so much that the bones around his eyes, his eye socket bones, were broken. So that's directly from a source inside the jail. Pretty nutso stuff, okay? But this lady is a rabid Trump hater, and the guards are the same way, okay? Kathleen Landerkin has tweeted things like, F everyone who supports Trump, okay? Then she also... to the 2 old white racists who felt the need to flip me off tonight, if you're offended by my free expression, then you are of Trump today. The problem is you. Okay, so she's flipping the birdie, right? And then telling everybody that the problem is them. This is one of these whacked out, it's a mental disorder, folks. It really is. It's a spiritual mental disorder. They need help. Unfortunately, they're not getting it because they are coddled, okay, by a system. It's nuts, okay? Anyways, so that's who's, she's, again, I mean, this is the lady in charge of their treatment. Okay, she was the very person, she bragged in another tweet about being the very person who turned Marjorie Taylor Greene, Louis Gohmert, and Matt Gaetz away from the prison when they wanted to check on conditions. Of course, she didn't want this found out. I hope this lady serves time. She is absolutely horrendous, okay? Back to this, okay. Judge Lamberth made the Marshals report public, which provides horrific details like the D.C. Department of Corrections staff antagonizing detainees and directing detainees to not cooperate with the marshals during the inspection. One DOC staffer was observed telling a detainee to stop snitching. So they're sitting, I'm sure they've got more threats of violence against these people. That's why the judge is saying that he does not trust them to not be retaliated against by the guards. People, share this report everywhere. I mean it. I don't think people really fully realize what's going on in this jail and that these are American citizens, and no matter their crime, they deserve to be treated properly, okay? And some of them have not even committed any felonies, and as you can attest to by the fact that the FBI is pleading them out on misdemeanors, which the FBI doesn't get involved in misdemeanors, but they do now. By the way, where is their charter from Congress? Federal Bureau of Injustice. Anyways, back to the report. I get a little heated on this one. This is sick stuff, okay? The report states that detainees were not getting access to water for days and that there was improper food service with meals served cold and congealed. Last month, Lambeth called on Department of Justice to conduct a civil rights investigation into the alleged civil rights violations that Jan 6 defendants suffered under D.C. jail warden Wanda Patton and the director Quincy Booth. I don't know if it's because he's a J6 defendant or not, but I find the matter should be referred to the Attorney General of the United States for civil rights investigation. Thanks, Lambert, but I don't think Merrick Garland's going to just jump on it. Now, if you have, parents who are standing up at school board meetings, believe me, he'll be there in, 3 days it took him after they had colluded with the Biden administration, the NSBA, and then, Merrick Garland got the directive from them. Come on. Lambert, I understand, you're trying to, direct this to the right sources, but maybe you need to do a little checkup on who's actually there. It is a civil rights violation, but I don't know that their civil rights division is going to get concerned about this. They're running around chasing down voter ID laws or audits or parents standing up at school board meetings. An attorney representing Worrell said in a statement, "We are pleased with the court's order allowing Mr. Worrell to obtain the life-saving cancer treatment he needs. We are also pleased that over 400 inmates," this is a big bombshell in this, "will be transferred to facilities where they will receive proper treatment and care and not be subjected to the deplorable conditions noted by the United States Marshals investigation." It appears maybe the United States Marshals are still an organization with integrity. A significant majority of Republicans believe that liberal activists deserve more blame, for the incident at the Capitol. According to a survey, by the way, when speaking with an individual about this who was there, he said that he literally saw people drag DC cops across the line, big guys come out of the crowd and then just kind of disappear after they drug the cops. So then, of course, the cop is in a crowd. He starts swinging his baton, and then the whole thing, you can see where that would just turn into a melee, 61% of Republicans place a lot of responsibility on liberal activists. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats' J6 Commission is already starting to backfire. According to an NBC News poll, only 59% say they are concerned about the protest at the Capitol. However, 40% say they are just somewhat concerned. 14% not concerned at all. Somewhat concerned is 14%, and not concerned at all is 26%. 58% of voters believe the commission is biased towards Democrats. No kidding. Now, this is a big win. I'm telling you, it was my favorite story to do today because we need those people out of there, and this deputy warden needs to be prosecuted for her crimes. So again, we have an affidavit campaign. It will be linked in the description. It's over on Telegram. I will also link it in the comments with my sponsors. It'll be the last link there. Please go join that Telegram group. Learn what we're doing to help these people and get involved. I love y'all. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Peace out.